incomparable Jazmine Sullivan. Hi.
Hi.
First of all, I just want to send you love and light, and I want to thank you for putting out this amazing project, Heaux
Oh,
Tales. Very classy spelling of the whole too.
yes,
I
for
like
fancy hoes. Yes.
fancy hoes. It has been 5 years since we've got a project from you. Reality show came out in 2015, and I actually remember interviewing you. It was a phoner, and I interviewed you during the reality show era, and I told you that I thought that Mascara was one of the best songs ever written, and I still stand to that. But it seems as though you've given us a part two where Heaux Tales. The pen is still sick. The vocals sound crispier. Like what have you been doing? You look amazing.
Thank
You
you.
sound amazing. And I want to say that it's Christmas all over again because we got Heaux Tales today and we also got your tiny desk. So I feel like Christmas morning because Jazmine Sullivan, the last great female vocalist of this generation, has blessed us. How do
Oh,
you
thank
feel?
you. I feel really good. I'm a little overwhelmed though because I haven't like seen all of this interaction in regards to me in a minute. But I really feel good, for people to appreciate my efforts and understand my vision, and it feels good. So.
You are an amazing writer, and I love a conceptual artist. And the way that you put hotels together and how it flows with the women telling their stories, and then you follow it up with the song. I was like, this woman is like you are just genius. What was the inspiration, and how does it feel to know that now at this moment that you are like a liberator of women who have kept their sexual freedom, you know, hidden?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what I have been noticing is a movement really of women who are owning who they are and putting themselves out there. And I've been inspired by like so many new artists like Lizzo and Cardi, and people can say what they want about them, but what I see is like women who own who they are and are confident. And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I think that that's a blessing to get to that point in life, because so much of your life as a woman or as a person really, um, you know, you are trying to find yourself, and you are living in a society that if you're not perfect, if you don't look a certain way or act a certain way, you're not considered desirable. And so a lot of our lives we are fighting against that. And so I just wanted to add my 2 cents and inspire women to know their worth and know that they don't have to be perfect, and it's okay um, to tell your story exactly the way it is. You don't have to rewrite it for anybody. Like whatever the things is that you have gone through in life and that you've done is okay. Have some grace for yourself, because we all have been through things. We all have made mistakes. We all have done this and that. But the most important thing is that you grow and you learn from it. And
Indeed. Man, thank you. Thank you for sharing just your art and your talent with the world because it's so much needed. Because we have been missing you. Your last album was called Reality Show. I am currently on a reality show called Ready to Love that airs on the Oprah Winfrey Network. As a matter of fact, tonight is the season finale. Um,
wow,
is tonight.
congrats.
And oh, thank you so much. But I was eliminated, and I was eliminated because I had a date, and me and the girl that I was feeling throughout the most, of the journey, a friend came in town and asked me what I thought about finances, and so I gave all of these examples. But of course, the one that they showed is when I said, split the mortgage 50-50, do this, do that, and the third, and on I don't know them by heart yet, but on Put It Down.
Oh.
On Put It Down, where you talking about paying the rent if he nasty. So you don't mind taking care of a man if the pain is top tier.
That was a bit of a stretch. I was adding to the story of the character, but good pain will make you do things outside of yourself. That's really what the point is that
But the point is of it.
you know you could be dickmatized depending on the guy, and if he knows what he's doing, if he knows how to work it. And a lot of women have experienced that. Ari starts her tale off telling us about, you know, a time in her life
Right.
where she was with this guy, and like he could have got her to do anything because the sex was so good.
It's
And
so good. Yeah.
that happens in life, you know. Now, would I pay your bills and all that for good sex? That's a stretch.
Okay. That's what's up. And speaking of the incredibly charismatic and funny Ari Lennox, you all singing y'all face off
I
on
love Ari so much.
it.
She's my
She's a
Aries
diamond.
sister, and I at first I just had her on a tale because I just heard one of her tales from her lives. And you know, we call her people up and asked could she come and do the video footage for the tales. And I didn't think that she would do it or she would be able to do it. And she was like, of course I'll come. And she like really pulled up by herself, like with just her girlfriend. And I was like, oh my God, I love that.
Oh, I'm glad of that because I was going to ask, were you all together in the studio when you recorded? Because what I was surprised about on it, y'all blend so well.
Oh,
When y'all were
thank you.
harmonizing together, like the blend, I was like, damn, they blend well.
Thank you. No, we actually weren't. So the song came after. So after that, you know, and I was still looking over the project, I was like, people are gonna be pissed if I don't have an actual song with Ari. So I was like, Ari, girl, help me, girl. We need a song together. We gotta do something. And so she sent me that, and I added my part onto it. And like I instantly, it was a lot because I don't really do a lot of like really super sexy songs, but it fit the project. And
Yeah.
it definitely fit, you know, her tale. And I was so grateful that she, you know, passed that record on for me to put on that project.
Yeah. It's well, I bought the project, so I see it, but then when I get on title, I see that, oh, they added it. Because this morning,
Oh, her
Ari's,
tale, yeah, it was something messed up with it. We saw.
yeah, and so
They
now it's
fixed it.
they did fix it.
They
Okay,
fixed
and
it. Yeah, we had to get that right because that's like one of the funniest tales. She is so hilarious. Like
she is,
just
listen, I love watching her interview the other female artists, like her interviewing Summer Walker. Like that
she
was the
doesn't even mean
best.
to be funny. That's the funny part. Like she don't even be trying to be funny. She just
Like
that's
that's
just
just
who she
her.
is. Yes.
Yeah. That is amazing. Jazmine Sullivan, I am vibrating right now because you are so amazing. I have been a fan. I first got hip to you back in 2006. And I am such a huge fan. Like if Brandy is the vocal Bible, you, my dear, are the vocal Grail.
No. I don't know about that, but thank you.
Well, I do. I mean,
Thank
you
you. I appreciate it.
you have the spirit all up in you. Like it's just that is a gift. You are literally a magician. Do you have, and I know that this is odd because this is your project and I'm sure every song is your way, but is there a particular like one that you keep running back?
I don't know. It changes.
Yeah.
At first it was Lost One. Um, just because I like the fact that it was so stripped and it's not. I didn't sing it the way I usually sing songs or how I usually approach songs. I like the fact that it was like kind of bare.
Yeah.
But right now, I think I'm really feeling me and Ari. It's something
Yeah,
about
something about that soul.
us too
That's
on that
and
song, and
y'all
like the
nasty, like
singing, how we're singing really so hard in this song is
so
like,
hard and soulful on something so nasty.
yes, it's so funny.
Recorded version, then I would play your acoustic version, then I would play the Soul Train Awards version.
Oh, you love that song.
Oh my gosh, well, what Papa Visit?
Okay.
Like that that song is, I don't know. I'm outside of myself. I'm sorry. I'm normally not like this with other artists, but you are so radiant and you shine bright and your talent is immense. And just like Brandon said before we started this, I wanted to give you your flowers. The whole universe does, because they now realize, we see within these last 5 years what else we were given and had options to listen to, especially when it comes to vocal ability and just, your vocal ability and agility and range and all of that control. Is bar none. And that's why I say you're the last of the real ones of this generation. You are what, people thought about, the Mary Jays and the Faith Evans and the Kelly Prices. Like, that's you now.
I appreciate that's a big honor, because everybody that you name I love, and they're amazing and have definitely inspired me, especially Mary. You know how, I love Mary, and the fact that I get to work with her, and
Yeah.
she calls me up and be like, can you write me something? I'm like, huh?
Right.
Really?
Ain't that
Like,
wild?
what? I still can't believe it, but I'm honored. I just be doing my thing, and I'm about unity. So I'm not out here trying to, or thinking I'm better than anybody else or the next girl. Like, I'm just about doing my own thing and providing spaces for other women to do their own thing. So I'm grateful that I was able to do these collaborations with women that I admire, Ari and her, and Anderson did a verse. But like, I'm about empowering women and all of us like sticking together. And I was so grateful that they were a part of this.
Indeed. Oh yeah. For those of you who have not yet listened to Heaux Tales, as she just said, the amazing Anderson .Paak is on there. Ari Lennox, her, just amazing. And thank you for continuing to share, your gift with us. But during this pandemic, how you been? What you been watching? Like, that's what I be wanting to know. Like, maybe you can get me hip to something. What you been watching? What's your favorite? Or what you on now?
What have I been watching? It's a couple shows. I watched the show with Nicole Kidman. That was cool.
Oh, I keep hearing about The Undoing. I haven't gotten
The
into.
Undoing. It was cool. It was good. I can't even think right now what I watch a lot of reality shows, as you
Well,
probably
then
can
you need to
tell.
watch Ready to Love on then. Check your boy out.
Yeah,
I got
I haven't heard about that, so I will now that I see you on it. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
watch it
yeah.
now.
I got on the pink suit. I'm the one with the pink suit.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's on the Oprah Winfrey Network, produced by Will Packer. It's a it's a good show. I'm not saying that because I'm on it, because I didn't watch the other two seasons, but watching this one that I'm on, like, it really is a good show, like, dead ass.
Well, I'm gonna definitely check it out,
Check it
because
out.
I'm
And we
reality
are going to
seeking.
continue to listen and stream and purchase Heaux Tales, which is out right now, and the tiny desk at home performance, you in that trench coat sounding clear as a bell. I was like, yo, like, what tea did she drink before this performance? Um, just amazing. So thank you for your time. Thank you
Oh,
for
thank
your
you.
gift. And I cannot wait until things really open back up and I get to have a conversation with you in person. Because the first time was over the phone, this time is this, but I hope to really meet you and greet you in person one day, because I just think that you are such a huge light and a gem. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Indeed. The amazing, incomparable Jazmine Sullivan! Heaux Tales out now. Thank you so much, love.